Hey folks, it's Bishopheals, and we're here because finally, guess what I got here? I got case slabs, baby. Look at that, look at that. What does that say?
Case slabs.
And it finally got here after how many freaking months? If you look on their website, they say 6 to 8 weeks for processing. Let me tell you, and it took these guys, you know how long? Almost 3.5 months. Almost 3.5 months. What gives over there? I tell you, these freaking people, I tell you. But you know what? Enough, because I can't wait. It's okay.
Go ahead.
Here we go. Alrighty, so now let's take a good look at this bad boy.
America, fuck yeah.
There we go. Case slabs. Damages must be reported within 15 days of receiving your shipment. Well, it's been a little over 15 days. But let's see what happens. This big monstrosity.
There's a lot of paper.
Think?
Yeah.
Think? And we got ourselves the manual. There it is, baby, the TH10A. Yes, it is a double wide case, I tell you.
Jesus H. Christ.
Yep. And as we can see, we have parts. And I did order the extra bays. This is for the front. So in case I put like a 3-fan radiator and stuff. I mean, this is an extremely customizable case. I mean, this case, it's pretty expensive, that's for sure. But it's going to be taking up, I'm going to be putting in 2560 rads, monster rads.
Insane.
Insane, big time. Which I think I'm going to have to put 2 more anyway. So, because I'm on Broadwell E, guys. Yes, I'm on Broadwell E's. I'm using a 6850, and I have that super clock at 4.4. Currently using 2360 rads. Okay, and I'm having trouble keeping the temperature at stable when I'm running it at 4.6 gigahertz. Yeah, 4.6. Yeah, it does exist on Broadwell E. Let me tell you. So, and then on two 1080s, on GTXs that are running hot at 70 degrees Celsius right now on air cooling, forget about it. So this is going to be one hell of a project that I'm going to be transferring my Broadwell E setup onto this particular case. And as far as for a name of this project, I don't know, I've been giving some thoughts. I have no idea what I'm going to call it, but I'm thinking of something about, guess what? You know what? OOOFAAAA nuts.
OOOFAAAAA nuts?
OOOFAAAAA nuts.
All right.
OOOFAAAAA nuts. So, it might be Project OOOFAAAAA nuts, let me tell you.
Yeah, so, right.
Here's the bait covers, the front, from what I can see here. And the way they send this, and here's the radiator stands right here. Here's the radiator mounts. Look at the size of these bad boys. I ordered 4 of them, and that's what they sent me. Now these are the sizes for the 560 rads, okay, which I do have. And I can't wait to put those monster rads, let me tell you. But these are 4. So I'm going to, technically what it is, it's going to be 2 on the top like this, and then another 2 on the bottom. Literally, that's pretty much the idea. So, alright, so we're still taking apart this case. And let me tell you, it is extremely well packed. I mean, they thought of everything. And I'm actually looking at each piece. How it actually came, and it's completely packed so nicely that there's no gouges, no scratches whatsoever from what I can see. Even the plastic is not even ripped, which is freaking awesome. It's like the backside cage. Freaking nice. Totally freaking awesome. Here's the motherboard plate right here.
That's nice.
Yep. And there's the opening. So if obviously you're water cooling, okay, but you can have clearance for your processor on the back side. That's a Broadwell E, so we really don't need that, to tell you the truth. But which is great to have anyway if you're on a different motherboard. I mean, different processor, like the Haswells maybe. Okay, next. All right, so we got more back panel plates. Great. And as you can see, it's packaged so neatly. I mean, Look at this. This is, I believe this has to be my USB 3.0. That's what this looks like to me. Yep. Yep. And here are the handles, the rubbers and stuff. Oh, this is part of the board plate. Let's see. So, again, I'm totally blown away in the packaging. Here's another one, another piece. This is for the back panel. Let's throw this out. And here are the panels.
Wow.
Ho. So to give you guys more an eye scoop perspective, this is the top panel, okay, of the case. So pretty much this is the top of the case. And there's the ventilation because of the radiators.
Insane.
Look at the size of this thing. And like
beautiful.
I said, it's going to be double wide. So it's going to be drawing that in half. One side is going to be the motherboard, processor and everything. The other side is completely open. You put the power supply in and another 2 rads on the top as well on the bottom, and not including also vertically, that you can also mount them vertically. But this gives you an eyeball perspective on how it's going to look like, literally. And here's the radiator holders right here. So this will go on top of this, like so. That's what it looks like. It's fucking insane. Totally insane. These things. Let's put that aside. And here we go. Here's more. This is the middle portion. No, the back portion actually, because yep, here are for the power supplies. These are the openings, the cutouts for the power supplies. So you can put 2 power supplies in this case. Yep. So if you want extra redundancy, you can have that. Or if you just want to use 1 power supply for the board and the processor alone, you can do that, and then attach a second one for your pump. Yeah, for your pump. So that would help to save some wattages, but the pump, depending if you're running 1 pump, 2 pumps, 4 pumps, as a combo, you may want to look at maybe getting a small power supply, maybe like a 450 watt or even a smaller power supply, and that can actually power up your pumps and your water cooling loop independently, literally, okay? And leave your other power supply that's 1,000 watts or so that can power up your graphics cards, your processor, your hard drives, your NVMe drives, your optical drives, whatever. And that will save a lot on wattages. So you don't have to go to 1,500 watts or anything like that on a single power supply. So you can save some money on that. Yeah, because if you actually look it up with a calculator, if you're using, depending on how far you're overclocking your processor, and you take into consideration the pumps, not 1 but dual loop pumps, maybe quad pumps, because you want to have an extra pump on redundancy for each loop. That's 4 pumps. That's a lot of power. You're already powering up your system. So this is a great way of distributing your power, and you can save some money because you don't have to get a 1,500 watt or 1,600 watt power supply to do this. Okay, so that's something to think about depending what route you actually want to go. For me, I'm going to have a 1,000 watt power supply. It's going to be covering my board, and possibly I may think of putting in a second power supply just for the pump, for the water cooling action. Maybe, I don't know yet. I have not decided, because until I actually put this all together and look at it, and then aesthetically I can actually design what I'm going to do inside of it, then I'll be able to make a better decision. But at this point, I'm just looking at it the way it is and getting some ideas. If you guys have any ideas or thoughts, by all means hit it down on the description. I mean, hit me down on YouTube and let me know what you think. Okay? But let's see. Here are the other panels. Put this back in here. There we go for the bottom. This is the bottom. As you can see, it has the cutouts. In the event that I wanted to put radiators in the bottom, this is why I actually asked for it solid, because and I can actually remove these. These are all screwable. See these screws? These screws are actually holding in these the panels in place. Here, I'll turn it around so you can see. Here are the screws. These are the screws. So this would actually release these panels right here. So in case you want to put, which I am, I'm going to put radiators in the bottom so that there's airflow coming in from the bottom. Okay. Or I can actually have it that it's exhaling all the heat out of the case. Actually, I'd rather do that. Yep, I may just want to push the heat down and then push the heat up on the top brads. I may just go that direction and have clean air going in through the middle. I don't know, I have to think about that. So I have to look it up and see which route I'm going to actually take. And then this one we already saw, that's the one with the power supplies. This is for the radiator mounts, for the bottom part, okay? And then we have, I believe this would be the USB. Yep, these are the USB, these are the 3.1s. This would go into a panel, which they provided me already with. I'm gonna actually, I may need another one. I may have to put like a total of 8. It's gonna be a total of 8 USB 3.1s in the front. I know a lot of people may say, why would you need that? Well, dude, I got a Rampage. That's right, you haven't seen it, a Rampage 5. But not just the Rampage 5, it's the Edition 10. Oh, the Edition 10. Forget about it. So that kicks total ass. And then these should be the hard drive bays, is what I'm thinking, what comes standard. Because we haven't seen hard drive bays yet, right? So I'm assuming that's what these are. And alright, so for the hard drive bays, so let's take a look at this and see. Now, I didn't order extra hard drive bays. I just pretty much just wanted the standard, because I'm really just using NVMe drives, which is like M.2 connectors, and I have only, I'm gonna probably put 2 SSD drives. I got one now, and then I'm using a regular SATA drive, which I really don't want to use anymore. But as you can see, here's the optical for the optical drives. I for one, I'm not going to find really much use for this, so I just took whatever was standard. I didn't think I was going to need anything extra. And here's the other one for the air, for the fan, if I want to put a fan on there right in front, you know, and just cool it as well. So this is pretty cool. And of course, it's so customizable that you can keep ordering additional pieces if you want. You know, and I believe we still need the other panels, the side panels. So put these out. I'm going to take a look at the side panels now, because that's what we haven't seen yet. We only saw the top, the bottom, the middle within the cage. And yeah, there they are. The other side panel. Oh, speaking of which, middle, here it is. Over here would be the sliding motherboard.
Nice.
Right? And then this is all complete space, so you can do whatever the hell you want. You can mount vertical reservoirs over here. I mean, the amount of space, I mean, I think you can mount like possibly 4 reservoirs. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can mount 4 reservoirs if you wanted to. Right over this panel, just looking at it. Shit. I don't know, I can see it in my head. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I could really see it in my head. Let me tell you. Let's see. Here's the side panel for the, because I ordered it clear. I'm telling you, stuff just keeps coming, right? You think there's never ending in this box, but here's the 2 panels. They're actually taped together, I guess. Yep, because of the... Well, this isn't tempered glass, but I would want to put tempered glass, you know?
Glass.
Yeah, glass, right? Yeah, so pretty much I think I'm gonna probably see how it looks with this, because it's acrylic. Okay, I can see that's what they used. Okay, see, it's acrylic. But I want glass. I want tempered glass, like, you know, maybe 75% light going in. I think that will look really sexy in this case. You know, I mean, you got to go big and go home, and I'm very surprised why they wouldn't even do that for you. I mean, you're already spending this case alone with all these modifications. It's already up there in the $900 range. I know it's insane. A lot of people will be like, "Are you freaking kidding me? I can get a case for $70, maybe $150." Yeah, but Some people, let me tell you, if you're an enthusiastic builder, designer, you want the best of the best, the creme a la creme, and you can't beat this. Literally, you cannot beat this. This is freaking aluminum altogether, okay? I mean, it's light, it's not even heavy, you know, at all. It's just so light and extremely durable. And you know what's the wow factor about this? I'm gonna tell you straight out. This is really what you're paying the most money on. It's literally custom, it's so customizable, literally, that you can't get that in a $200 case or in a $150 case or a $300 case. You can't get that. The case is too heavy, and you have to mod the shit out of it to do what you want. And this is something that you can go on the website and pick the stuff that you need, and they'll build it for you. So you're paying for convenience. That's really what it is. You're paying for convenience. Now, if you're short on cash, I can understand and I can relate, and that's why we mod our systems, right? But this is why, I'm just trying to explain why this is so much money, and you know, to justify it, it's because of the convenience and the customization ability that you have and what you can use this case for. That's why I'm gonna, you know, this is gonna be a project that I'm gonna be starting to work on, and it's not gonna finish, I'm not gonna be finished with this project anytime soon. So I'm gonna be shooting videos here and there as I keep building it little by little until it's done. All right, and then we're going to be doing some major benchmarking, let me tell you. And these benchmarkings that I'm getting right now is just incredible on a lower end radiator setup. So I really can't wait to put this on these monster rads to see how well it's going to perform even more. I mean, literally, it's just insane, totally insane. I mean, it's in, what is it, the 98, 99, no, 98, 90, one of those percentiles.
That would be a 99.
99. Okay, yeah. So I'm up to 99% on the fire strike right now.
Because 93% wasn't good enough.
Dude, I'm still tweaking. You know, I'm still tweaking.
And Case Labs is king.
Yes.
They're the champs.
Yes, absolutely.
They're the champs.
Totally. I mean, this is like 2 panels. I don't know what I just did with the blade, but I can show you. It's not 1 panel, it's actually 2 panels. So they actually taped it together, I'm assuming, because they didn't, being that it's acrylic, they didn't want it to get smacked around. So as you can see, it is 2 panels. Okay? 2 windows. But what I would really like is to literally install tempered glass. I don't know if I'm going to keep the same size of the cutout or make the cutout even more. But you know what? Let me finish on this because I like to see this in a better view. The other one.
I think you could have dropped this box out of a moving car and it'd still be okay.
I think so too. I mean, the way it was packed, I mean, it's amazing. And the reason why they do this is because they want to save money for us on costs. I mean, bad enough you're spending almost $1,000 a little, that they want to save, what, $20, $30? You know, if they were going to ship it completely assembled. But guess what's going to happen if they ship it completely assembled? You'll be taking it apart because, again, it's all customizable. So you're going to be customizing it the way you need it, okay? Which is totally awesome. So, looking at this panel, we have the handle, here's the handle, look at that, and look at that, you got hinges, man, you got hinges, look at that, you see that, these are hinges, bro, look at that, hinges, so, you know, it'll just totally flap in and flap out like that, but the cutout alone, it looks nice, but I gotta see how it looks, like, visually, with the motherboard inside, the processor, the reservoirs, how it looks. The glass tubing that I'm going to be actually designing and putting in. So I may need to extend this a little bit more down, but I don't know, because just looking at this, the size from here to here, that's pretty much the thickness of this radiator. Literally. I mean, the radiator itself is pretty humongous. I mean, it's pretty big, thickness-wise. I don't know if you guys seen those freaking radiators, but you know what? In case you haven't, I'm going to show you. So just to give you guys an idea, this is the rad. It's a 560 rad, and look at the length of this. I mean, it's humongous. It's totally humongous. And this is why I picked this case, because as you can see, Look at this radiator. It's big and it's thick. I mean, it literally takes up the whole size of this case right here. Okay, so just to have a visual shot, you're looking at from here to there, see? And it'll totally fit. Okay, so it's gonna probably take up that this whole spot, literally. So maybe cutting it out may not, I don't know, it may not pay off, but definitely tempered glass will definitely make it look extremely sexy, I think. I tell you. And you know, this is 80 millimeters thick, this radiator. And this radiator, I got it from Performance PCs. They gave me a great deal. I got 2 of them. I'm gonna have to order 2 more of these. I already have the fans, but I gotta order a second pump, and I gotta order another reservoir. I have not decided if I'm gonna go with dual pumps running on a single loop, or if I'm gonna run a radiator, not a radiator, like a standalone pump. I haven't decided which pumps to get yet, because what I'm using right now is an ETWB pump that's actually connected to my reservoir. So I haven't decided if it's going to be standalone or if it's going to be a combo pump with reservoir. So I have yet to decide on that. So that's why I need to build this, so I can get a better idea, and then aesthetically I can actually design it and then start putting it together. So this is going to take about, I'm assuming, maybe a month and a half to complete. It all depends on how much time I have on my hands. But as you can see, this project is going to kick off. Project OOOFAAAAA. That's what we're going to do. Project OOOFAAAAA, baby. Forget about it.
It is nuts.
I think so too.
I think it fits.
Yeah, so with that, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go, but I just wanted to give you a heads up, and thanks to Case Labs for sending me this case finally.
Case Labs, hell yeah.
Alright, so with that, peace. Check you guys out on YouTube. Later.